never smooth on the map, never see. What you gonna do when you at, who you with, you ain't really about that, don't it, don't you? Really on the move on the map, never slip, keep your hands to your left, don't it, don't you? You ain't really about that, don't it, don't you? Really on the move on the map, never slip, keep your hands to your left. Shh.
What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to do a review video on a very talked about bait. When I went to Dick's Sporting Goods this morning, they only had one brand of this bait. Now you can get this bait in many different brands. They are designed tad differently in each one. But today they only had one brand, and it was the Hags bait Pear. So this is how it comes. I'm sure you've seen this bait before in many different ways, but today I'm going to go over how to rig this bait and what is the best way to rig this bait. And this is all going to be personal preference. You don't have to do it this way. I'm basically going to go off of hook ratio and how I feel I'll get the best hook ratio with how I rig it. So there's many different ways to do this. So let's get into it. So this is how it comes. Most boxes come just like this, just in a different way. Now this bait has 1,000,001 names: dice bait, urchin bait. Man, there's 1,000,001 ways you can name this bait. So yeah, man, let's unbox. So box comes like this. You just take the bait out like this, and it comes on this cool post. I really like this. A lot of the companies have been doing it just like this. It does give it a nice slick look, very appealing. So you just want to unhook these things from the box, kind of like this, and it will still be on this post, just like this. So the post hole kind of matters. Slide this out. And that's how it looks. So I have these items here. I have a drop weight. I have some split rings. And then I have some nail weights as well. This will be another way you can rig it. And then I have this, and I'll show you what this is for later. So there's multiple ways to do this. You could do it like this with a nail weight. You would jam that nail weight right into where you took the post out of. And I recommend a nail weight because if you were to just run a treble hook, you hook it in there, great, everything is good, like this. Fish would grab it like that. These are super light. So you go to throw this with just a treble hook, it's not gonna sink, and sinking matters when it comes to this bait. So you would take a 1/16 nail weight like this. I wouldn't go any smaller than a 1/16. Again, it's very light bait, so you want it to have some sort of sink. So you would, that same hole that the post was in, you would push this in. So just like this. I'm not gonna do it just because that's not how I'm gonna be rigging my bait, but it would sit something like this in the bait, and then you would take your treble hook and then you would rock your treble hook kind of like this. That would give it some sink, and then you would go from there. The way I'm gonna rig it is going to be with the split ring, like I mentioned, and a drop weight. Now they had no ball drop weights, so I'm not too sure how this is going to work out. This is a 1/8 ounce drop weight, and then you have the split ring on the top like this. And then what you're going to do is take your split ring and that bait that I showed you guys earlier, this topwater thing. You can buy topwater frog hooks like this. I don't have any, and Dick's Sporting Goods didn't have any, so what I'm going to do is use this one. And I'm gonna have to do it a little differently than I would recommend to do it, but it all works the same way. So this was on there, so I just took that off. And this size split ring is a 4. I would recommend a 6 because the way these come, this is not gonna go over the top. So what I'm gonna have to do is, so we're gonna squeeze these two hooks together like this, and we're gonna put the split ring through that. Try to keep these pressed so they don't, kind of like this, and then you see how it drops like that. So now we have this type of action. So we have a weight, we have a double frog hook like this, and the reason why I'm going to go this route is obviously I have 2 big hooks hanging out of the back, and the way this is going to swim is going to be something like this with it inside. Fish are probably going to grab it like this. That sounds pretty good to me. So this is why I'm going to go this route here. Honestly, this just looks better to me too. So I'm going to push this bait through here. This plastic is pretty tough here. So this is how we're gonna do it. Now, the 6th Sense abstract on this same bait, it doesn't have this circle design. It has a like a barrel design, which, to be honest, I think is a little better bit of a better design. But yeah, man. So we have our drop shot weight here, hanging there, and the bait will be hooked like this, and it will swim like this, up and down like this, and the fish will grab it like this. So this is how it looks. I'm gonna make a separate video on how to fish this. But yeah, that's it. This is what I recommend to use. I think the hook ratio on this is going to be very high. I don't see a fish getting away from this. So you want to make sure you use the hole where that post came out of. If not, it's going to be trouble because, again, this is not a zoom bait rubber. I don't know what this rubber is made out of, but it is very durable, very stretchy, nothing to worry about. And I think, based off of what I read, this is going to swim and be very durable to fish. So yeah, man, this is how I would recommend running this bait. I just feel like this is going to have the best hook ratio with this bait, and this is all personal preference. Like I said, you do not have to do it this way. You can do it whatever way you feel, and I think this is going to be the best way. So if you watched this far in the video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one.